just a room. It is the center of the world's largest democracy. Today, we stand in 2026, and the world is no longer just watching India, the world is following India. The time for talk is over, the time for action is here. I now declare this session of Parliament to formally open, and I call upon Speaker to proceed with the session. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat. On this behalf of this House, our sincere gratitude to the President for the comprehensive and inspiring address presented at the commencement of this session. The President's remarks have reaffirmed our collective commitment to democratic values, national development, and welfare of our citizens.
ये भारत एक जीवंत राष्ट्र चेतना है। जो हर संघर्ष को संकल्प में बदलकर इतिहास को नया रूप देती हैं। And spoke of an ambition to wipe every tear from every eye. And today, Madam Speaker, the ambition is not just a memory, it's a living reality. उद्यमेन ये सिद्ध्यांति कार्यायिनां मनोरथे. Work succeeds through effort, not through mere wishes. When I conclude this speech, the opposition rises to respond. They will have a choice. Either challenge the facts or continue denying the progress this nation has made. We welcome constructive criticism. We do value healthy debates. But Madam Speaker, obstruction does very little to this nation. Anyway, India will move forward with or without consensus. But the history will remember one who chose to resist and one who chose to lead.
Before I begin, Madam Speaker, I would like to take a moment to applaud the government. Not for these policies, well, policies kankuntaremo, not at all, Madam Speaker, but it's for the excellence of acting skills of our Prime Minister. Because, truly so, the way you spoke today, absolute cinema.
Question hour constitutes one of the most vital mechanisms of parliamentary oversight, enabling members to seek accountability from the government on matters of national importance. I request honorable members to frame their questions with clarity and brevity.
Are we in a nation delivering justice or a nation merely documenting crime, Madam Speaker? Because according to the crime in India, as per the NCRB data 2023, India recorded 62,59,569 cognizable crimes in single year, Madam Speaker. The concern before this House is not how efficiently FRIs are registered. The concern is how many of those 62,49,569 cases actually moved from paper to justice, Madam Speaker. The real test is not registration, Madam Speaker. The real test is resolution.
I don't accept when they say our investigation fails, because we deliver a charge sheeting rate of 72.5%, Madam Speaker. 72.5% is not a small number, Madam Speaker. It is a success ratio. Madam Speaker, ये facts है, ये narratives नहीं है, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, she also talked about underreporting. Madam Speaker, National Crime Victimization Survey.
Relating to the Ministry of Finance, I call upon the concerned member who has submitted their question.
Madam Speaker, I have listened to the honorable member. The member really asked a very impressive question. She asked for an answer that isn't a math lesson. I can understand. For some people, numbers are a source of clarity. For others, they are a source of profound physical discomfort. Let me talk about data she claimed that I love so much. Madam Speaker, I don't love data. I respect reality, something that opposition treats like a distant relative that they haven't met in years. Perfectly capable of giving you the answer, but I'm perfectly incapable of giving you the intellect to understand the answer that I gave you.
Madam Speaker,
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
If she can't explain her policy clearly, it's her failure It's not our failure of understanding intelligence.
Madam Speaker, that is why I recommended a primary school tutor, Madam Speaker, right now.
Partition displaced 14 million people. Literacy rate was around 12%. Life expectancy was just 32 years. Food shortages were so severe that we had to depend on imports. India's share in GDP fell to 3%, and more than 560 princely states had yet to be integrated. And many independent nations struggled with instability and authority, but India chose democracy and India sustained it. This did not happen by accident. This happened by efforts. Our efforts. Our efforts.
Your efforts. Let me talk about your efforts also. Tell about license Raj. License Raj. Heavy regulation slowed private sector growth. And coming to later economic reforms, 1991, Madam Speaker, we begged in IMF.
LPG reforms, Madam Speaker.
LPG reforms, Madam Speaker.
Globalization.
Therefore, Madam Speaker, today in this house, I can definitely say that India is just a degree inflation nation with no proper skills provided. Member for raising such a deep concern, because education today is not just about enrollment but also outcomes, employability and dignity of opportunity. We all know that in 21st century basic literacy isn't enough, and that is why system is being reformed.
Madam Speaker, earlier different private companies have different ways of calculating credit scores. Now this government is trying to standardize and control the system. So I want to ask, by making everything uniform, is the government reducing competition or increasing the risk of one single system failing for everyone?
Madam Speaker, I want to quote an example. When a citizen keeps money in a bank, the system does not rely on blind trust. It relies on strong locks, continuous verification and regular audits to ensure safety. And the Aadhaar works on the same principle, Madam Speaker. The Unique Identification Authority of India, which is UIDAI, undergoes continuous third-party cyber security audits by top-tier agencies. So, audits are not absent, they are structured and continuous.
Madam Speaker, but they ran a government where a common man had to submit 10 physical files and 20 signatures just to get a basic ration card. వాళ్ళు జనాల్ని క్యూల్లో నిలబెడితే మేము జనాల్ని క్యూఆర్ కోడ్ల ముందు నిలబెట్టాం మేడం స్పీకర్ అండ్ టాప్ ద పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆఫ్ గవర్నమెంట్.
Madam Speaker, since 2014, we have also increased the number of medical colleges in India, Madam Speaker, from 387 to almost 700, Madam Speaker, today. And also, we were the first government to even make mental health a legal right, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, what is the point in increasing seats when there is no faculty in the universities?
Where has the opposition's logic gone today? Firstly, in AIMS or in any other medical college, the students are obviously present. So will be the faculty. The logic here that there is no faculty is honestly astounding, Madam Speaker. And also,
Honorable Speaker, my logic is correct. I'm just
Honorable
I'm
Speaker,
not understanding how the universities would function without professors. Give us data. Show us the data that you have in faculty now.
Madam Speaker, I have shown my statistics here, and also in this financial year, we have launched NIMHANS 2.0, Madam Speaker, which will also increase number of specialists in India, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, the government calls it the neighborhood first. But I ask, is it neighborhood first or neighborhood drift? Because the world doesn't judge your words. It judges your influence, and the neighborhood is the first test.
Let me be unambiguous from the outset. India's neighborhood first policy is not a slogan, Madam Speaker. It is not a press release. It is a doctrine of civilizational responsibility backed by billions in development program, Madam Speaker. Vaccines delivered at midnight, undersea cables, satellite links, emergency fuel shipments, and the quiet telephone calls the world never heard about. India builds bridges, Madam Speaker. The opposition builds headlines. Let the record speak, and it will speak loudly.
షిరిడి సాయి ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ ఇంత చక్కగా అరేంజ్ చేస్తారని అనుకోలే. మాక్ పార్లమెంట్ని మీరు డిబేట్ చూస్తామంటే మేము చాలా మిమ్మల్ని చూసి మేము నేర్చుకోవాలనుకుంటా ఉన్నాం. ఎలాగా కండక్ట్ చేయాలి, ఏ విధంగా సబ్జెక్ట్ నేరేషన్ ఉండాలి, చట్టాల మీద అవగాహన, దేశం మీద, మన ప్రాంతం మీద, మన సమస్యల మీద ఏ విధంగా ఫోకస్ పెంచాలనే దాని మీద ఒక ఆలోచన విధానం రేకెత్తించేలాగా మీ డిబేట్ నడిచినాయి. అందరికీ శుభాభినందనలు. మీకు ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళకు కూడా శుభాభినందనలు. గతంలో పాఠశాలల్లో, కళాశాలల్లో మాక్ పార్లమెంట్లో మాక్ అసెంబ్లీ నడిచాయి. ఈ మధ్యకాలంలో దాన్ని మర్చిపోయారు, వదిలేశారు. మళ్ళా శ్రీధర్ గారు సాయి ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్లు చక్కగా ఒక రోల్ మోడల్గా ఇంత చక్కగా అరేంజ్ చేశారు. మీలో నేను చూస్తూ ఉన్నా చాలామంది ఐఏఎస్లు అవుతారు, మీలో చాలామంది మళ్ళీ చట్టసభలకు వెళ్తారు. మీ ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు, మీ ప్రతిపక్ష నాయకురాలు అందరూ కూడా అనర్గళంగా మాట్లాడుతూ ఉన్నారు. మీరు చాలా నేర్చుకున్నారు, చాలా మంచి తరఫీదు ఇస్తూ ఉన్నారు. రాబోయే రోజుల్లో మీలో ఎంతమంది ఉన్నత స్థానాల్లో ఉంటారో.
Well, it was a wonderful experience for me. Even as I was sitting there and watching all of you conduct the mock parliament, it reminded me of my days when I actually entered the parliament in 2004. I must appreciate Sri Shirdi Sai School or the college or the institution for having actually conducted such a wonderful program here today. And I also appreciate the support that they're giving children in case they do want to go into UPSC or civil exams and so on and so forth. What actually gives us pride is that students supported by Sri Shirdi Sai institutions. I think one girl was actually, she got a first rank in CLAT, if I'm correct. And one girl, I think she stood third when the national law exams. Education gives you knowledge, but your profession is going to test your character and your integrity. So having said that, I wish you all the best, and through all of you, we seek to realize the dream of poet Iqbal. You all know poet Iqbal, and he wonderfully said that, how do you want to see our country? He said, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. जय हिंद.
పార్లమెంట్లో చూసినట్టే ఉంది. అక్కడికి ఇక్కడ హోమ్లీ చాలా డీసెంట్గా ఉంది.
I thank to especially Shirdi Sai Group of Institutions, because this is a family of the students and the family and the parents present here. The world today is needs young people who are innovative, ethical, disciplined and visionary.
పార్లమెంట్లో గ్యాలరీ సెషన్ ఉంటుంది, ఆడియన్స్ని అలౌ చేస్తారు. అలా అసెంబ్లీలో కూడా ఉంటుంది. దానికి ఎప్పుడైనా వెళ్ళి చూద్దాం అనుకున్నాం, కానీ నాకు ఎప్పుడూ అవకాశం రాలేదు. కానీ ఈరోజు నేను పార్లమెంట్ గ్యాలరీ సెషన్లో చూసినంత ఫీలింగ్ వచ్చింది.
మరి జనరల్గా లాస్ట్ టైం అసెంబ్లీలో చూసాం, టీవీలో చూసాం, ఇక డైరెక్ట్గా పార్లమెంట్లో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతూ చూడడం జరిగింది. ఇంతటి చక్కటి సదవకాశం కల్పించినటువంటి షిరిడి సాయి మేనేజ్మెంట్ వారికి ప్రత్యేక ధన్యవాదాలు.
మీకులాగే మీ ప్రోగ్రాం చూసి నిజమైన పార్లమెంటరీలు అందరూ ప్రజల సమస్యల మీద వాళ్ళ సొంత విషయాలు కాకుండా ప్రజల సమస్యల మీద మాట్లాడితే దేశం అభివృద్ధి చెందుతుందని భావిస్తున్నాను.
చాలా మంచి కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేశారు. ఈ మాక్ పార్లమెంట్ ఏర్పాటు చేయడం ద్వారా పిల్లల్లో లీడర్షిప్ క్వాలిటీస్ పెరగడం కానీ, వాళ్ళలో నర్వస్నెస్ పోయి నెక్స్ట్ ఫ్యూచర్ లీడర్స్గా డెవలప్ అవ్వడానికి మంచి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది.
మాక్ పార్లమెంట్ చాలా చక్కగా చేశారు. చాలా విషయాలు మీరు కొత్తగా నేర్చుకుని ఉంటారు. ఈ మాక్ పార్లమెంట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఎలా చేయాలి ఏంటనేది రీసెర్చ్లో మీరు చాలా కొత్త విషయాలు నేర్చుకుని ఉంటారు. సమస్యల మీద ఎలా చర్చించాలి అనే విషయాలు మీకు అర్థమై ఉంటుంది. ఇది ప్రాక్టికల్గా ఎలా చూపించాలి మీ లైఫ్లో అనేదాన్ని కూడా మీరు నేర్చుకుని ముందుకు వెళ్ళాలని మీ అందరికీ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ చెప్తున్నాను స్టూడెంట్స్కి.
ఇప్పుడు చాలా కాలేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి. అంతా చదువు అందరూ చెప్తారు, స్టడీ అందరూ చెప్తారు. బట్ దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ అసలు ఎక్కడ ఉండవు. చదువుతో పాటు ఇలాంటి యాక్టివిటీస్ ఏమైనా చేస్తుందంటే అది డాఫ్నీకి ఒక్కదానికే సాధ్యమని నేను.
Since day one, I never had any doubt in how well you can perform. I always knew you were going to do great. It was an absolute treat watching you live today. It was an incredible experience and I'm so proud of you all. Congratulations on doing such a great job.